Hello, my name is Raul, and I'll be interviewing Alma, a avid animal lover, but especially horses. Where does this love of animals come from?
I grew up in Mexico, Guadalajara, Mexico, with my grandfather. He does have a farm. He owns about probably say 30 to 40 acreages,
Okay.
which he has cattle. So I mainly started liking horses a lot. We used to like riding and attending to the animals when I was younger. So from then, I always had an affection for the animals in general.
Is there? Do you like more the attention, or do you like more the writing, or what was it that caught your attention first?
Normally, when I go horseback riding, is when I feel the connection with the horse. I feel like it's like a therapy for me. Like I just, if I'm feeling stressful or just having a tough day, when I used to have my horses, I used to go out riding to the mountains for a couple hours, and it just made me feel a lot better.
Is there any particular writer that you look up to or that you like?
Yes, there is one of my friends. Her name is Benny. She started writing when she was in diapers, so she could remember. Her mother, her father, her grandparents were all writers. They do competitions for that, but I never really got into competition. I just like writing as a hobby.
Okay. And do you like? You say your grandpa had horses, but do you currently have a horse?
No, not at the moment. I used to have a couple of horses back then, but because of the deployment, I had to give away most of my horses just so I can come out here.
How many horses did you have, and can you tell us a little bit about them? Like, what type of horses were they, or what?
Yes. The first horse I owned, I was in senior year in high school. She was a quarter horse. I bought it off of a gentleman that had one too many horses, so he had given me the horse for about $500. So I had her. So that's when I pretty much learned everything I did on my own because I didn't have my grandfather.
Okay.
So just pretty much whatever I learned when I was younger. And she gave me a horse. She gave me a mare, and then with the mare, her name was Lucero. She was also quarter horse, full quarter horse. And years later, with her, she gave me a full, and he was half quarter bred and half thoroughbred.
For us that don't know what a mare or a horse, what is
Oh yes, of course, and I do apologize. For a foal is pretty much a boy horse,
okay?
and the other one's a girl horse.
So a mare will be a female.
That is correct. Yes.
Right now, do you have any plans on getting horses again in the near future?
Yes, actually, my primary focus at the moment is finish the deployment and save as much money possible. So when I do go back home, I get a ranch or a farm with my family.
Okay.
So once I have that stabilized, then I will definitely buy horses and keep them in my own yard. As to suppose in the previous times I used to board them.
Is boarding a good option, or is it expensive? What's
It's a good option if you don't have the backyard or the place to place the horses at. And yes, it is very expensive, just depending on what the boarding location gives you. So some of them would just charge you the monthly rent. Some others might charge you for the food, the water, vitamins, and so on and so forth. So yes, it was very expensive for me to maintain the horses.
so once you have your ranch and the horses, are you planning on getting a lot of horses? Are they all going to be your family's horses, or are you going to rent
No,
out?
so ultimately what I want to do, my ultimate goal, and it's kind of like a long-term goal in a sense, is to own my own boarding ranch.
Okay.
So first, start off with getting the location, getting all the requirements needed to build a boarding home, and then it'll be open to the public. That's my ultimate goal. I want to be able to sell the hay there, the vitamins for the horses, and once I successfully completed my veterinarian degree, then I would like to also give that opportunity to the horses that are there some type of health assistance.
So it's all inclusive like
Yes.
place, and would this interfere with your current military status or?
No, I don't think it will interfere. It actually has helped me a lot. Currently, since I am deployed, I am going to school. I'm starting off with my associate's degree now. So even though I know it's a long journey to becoming a veterinarian, I'm gonna work myself to get there, and this is a pretty good start point because the military does help with the funds for school.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And that concludes with Alma, a horse lover and apparently a future entrepreneur as well.
Yes.
And thank you very much, and have a good day.
Bye.